Well, I thought it'd be a good idea to service my deck. We're in mid-season right now. My blades were a little dull and shredded a belt. So popped the top cover off and replaced the arbor belt. Nothing complicated there, very simple, straightforward, easy to do. But while I was in here, I sharpened the blades up and I'm checking my level. And I noticed that blade, this one right here, is a little bit lower because we're upside down. This is lower than this one. But if I turn this blade to here, these are even. And if I turn this blade 180, that's also even. So these three edges are all straight. This one's a hair bit bent, but not much. So when I turn that back, you can see we're just up that little bit. So what I'm going to do is pop the 4 bolts out for the spindle. I'm going to stick some washers in there, which will push the spindle up and then hopefully pick this blade up just a tiny bit. I'm hoping that thickness of the washers on these 2 bolts here will kick that blade down, sort of shimming it up. So let me get that on there and then we'll see how it looks. I think I'll put you guys on a tripod so you can see me doing it, and we'll see if we have any success or not. Okay, all the bolts that we're working with under here are 9/16, and I'm gonna have to apologize for the noise in advance. Sorry. Okay, here's the washers. I'm going to kind of poke them into place with a screwdriver. Line them up with the holes. Get some leverage from the other side. There it goes. Start putting it back together. Okay, let's see what we've got. Boy, would you look at that? I think we fixed it. Oh yeah. Let me get you nice and close. If you look at that, I think we're fixed. Easiest deck straightening I ever did in my life. No need to beat on the deck housing. We can just add some shims to it and we're off and ready to go to the races. Just a bit of a closer look. The washer is between the deck shell and the spindle up under here. So if your spindle's underneath, you're gonna have to put it between the spindle and the deck, if you get the idea. But yeah, I just poked the washers underneath this gap right here, and then that's gonna tilt the spindle, and it worked. Well, if I had some fluid film, I'd spray the underneath some fluid film, and I'm out right now. And in case you're wondering what the part number is on the blade, there it is right there. They are a Oregon Gator blade 95607. I'm not sure if the RM means anything or not, but this is a 48.4-inch craftsman deck off of a gt18. I also used them on the gt6000s. And the belt, I think, was like between 92 and 93 inches for the arbors. So I'm getting there. I want to see how nice it's going to cut. Grass needs to be cut yet. I'll show you the old belt that came off of it in case you were curious. Okay, that's where it started to split. And then once it started to split, it started to slip. And it tore chunks off. A little everywhere. So yeah, that's pretty well wore out. Okay, you can see right here, down the middle, so the deflector would be on that side and the deflector would be on this side. So this is on the left side of the tractor, be faced towards the inside. And there's always a bit of a compromise when I'm on the hill because the deck will kind of pick up on one side or lower on one side depending on which way it's leaning. But it does look like on the left side it might be a little bit low because heading back that direction, this side is going that way and then this side was coming back this way. So it looks like the left side of the deck is a little bit low, but the center is looking good. It's not scalping in the middle. And the tires are going to be packed down a little bit, so it kind of looks like it's a little bit low, but looks pretty good. I'll just have to adjust for it being low on the left side a little bit. But other than that, it's cutting pretty good. And the deck is making some noise, so I think I have a bearing going out in one of the spindles, but that'll be something for another day. Well, we're in June, and we've had so much grass that it's not really decomposing as fast as I'm having to cut it. Some spots we actually have like strips of dead grass from the clippings, so I think today is a good day to break out the track vac. So got this all hooked up and ready to go, and that's a new addition around here. So I'm going to show you how I start this thing. The propane is very simple and straightforward. I just turn a key and go. I just shut that off so it's not making noise. This one has my fuel pump upgrade, so that gets a vacuum pulse signal from the intake manifold right here. So when this pulls in air, it pulls negative pressure and pumps fuel. And if the fuel pump ever ruptures or anything like that, it'll just go in the intake and drip out the air filter. It won't go up into the engine. So I like that setup. That's pretty reliable. So I don't have a primer button on this one, so I just turn the choke on and pull it until it goes. Make sure I turn my throttle on. That's all the way up, I believe. Nope, that's all the way up. And last I checked, the oil was good. Yep, oil's good. Make sure I don't over tighten that and pop it off like I just did. That should be good. That's off. I gotta get a new cap, but they're not exactly common anymore because Tecumseh's not around anymore. Come on. There we go. Oh, almost. Take a little choke off. Okay, we're good. We'll let that warm up and get the tractor going. I'll set you guys up on a tripod and we'll start cleaning up some grass clippings. Well, as you can see, it's cutting nice and level. I did find that this left rear tire was low in air, and that's what was causing this side to cut low, so I got that fixed. And the reason I'm bagging it is the clippings are not decomposing fast enough. So I can see right here that the clippings are kind of blocking and killing the grass. So you can see right here, there's a clump of clippings that hasn't decomposed. You can see another line right here of clippings that haven't decomposed. And it's leaving spots in the yard. So I'm bagging it up for a couple times. So reason we're getting this is we've had so much rain and no frost this year that's just growing so fast that's not decomposing. Like once you get inboard more where there's less clippings, because this gets overlapped from the deck being faced in for the first lap, and then it gets pushed back out, so it's always a little bit worse on the outside edge. But yeah, I'm bagging it up now because there's just so many clippings, which I've never had to do before. This is a first for me, but yeah, I'm very fortunate to have the track vac. So there's your mid-season mowing update. Hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.